kind of Zen 3D printing. So instead of force growing a tree for 50 years and then cutting it down and making it into smaller and smaller bits that can only ever come unstuck once you've glued them back together again, seems like an absolute waste what we do. So the idea is to grow the tree into the shape that you want directly from as it grows, graft it together, and then you have one solid piece. The damage that we do with forestry, we're only just starting to really understand that. This is kind of the opposite, really. We use techniques, ancient techniques that we used in the Stone Age.
So I've bought 6 of these items because I think this is the way that the furniture could be going in the future. I think it's an amazing way to give back to the environment, and I think it's an amazing way to create furniture and build something that's functional but is also art as well.
You know, when they broke my spine, I had a halo on, like a big frame that held everything set while it's... So, yeah, I've experienced some of the techniques that we're using here to some degree. It's kind of, to some degree, it's sort of advanced hedge laying.
Dining set would be nice. That would be one of the goals.
Yeah,
and then we
definitely.
could see that we've reached one of the goals.
You pop one bit in your mouth, you bite down, and you start brushing, and it will foam up just like you're used to regular toothpaste, but without the use of harsh chemicals or sodium lauryl sulfate. Bite toothpaste bits are zero-waste toothpaste tablets that are vegan, cruelty-free, and sold in glass bottles with cardboard refill packets. I was traveling all the time for work, and I was going through those little travel toothpaste tubes at like a crazy alarming rate. The bottle glass is infinitely recyclable, which is a huge difference when it comes to plastic. Even recycled plastic can only be recycled a handful of times before it goes to a landfill. So for me, it's like not taking shortcuts and not taking the cheaper route. If there's an ingredient that's more sustainable or sourced more ethically, or anything, like I buy it. That's what I do. My bottles are made in the US even though they'd be cheaper to get somewhere else, and my ingredients are always the highest grade that I can possibly get, even though it would be much cheaper not to do it that way. The first thing that I wanted to do was really it was a solution for myself. I wanted to be able to have a toothpaste that I could take on the road that didn't require the plastic container. So I started making my own tooth powder that I then bought machines to press into tablets. My first machine was this little tiny handheld press that would press out one tablet at a time. And when I first started taking orders, I would literally sit in my living room and press out every single tablet by hand and put them in a glass bottle. It was not very efficient. I'm lucky enough to have found a woman-run, cruelty-free, solar-powered lab here in California that now is bottling and making my toothpaste tablets, which has been super awesome and a weight off me. I think that being an entrepreneur a lot of times is glamorized, and that's cool because we need people who want to start their own businesses and want to be change makers.